Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session. Yes, good Monday morning to y'all. Oh, Roxanne Monson. Oh my gosh. Excuse me for a moment. Come in, pretty girl. Hello, darling. Hello, darling. Okay, sorry about that. Gee whiz. You know, it's like I can try to be prepared and have both the dogs in here, and inevitably, I'll have both dogs in here, and then Roxanne will be scratching at the door to get out. So it's either in or out. Oh my gosh, they're like 2-year-olds. Jeez. Okay, let's begin again. Welcome back to another Ramble session. I hope y'all are doing well. If you like what you see in this video, or you check out my channel, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell and all that jazz so you can get notified when another video is coming out. So today, we're just gonna go through what's on my desk, right? Yes, oh gosh. I got back in from my walk, a little lightheaded, I might add. Yeah, it is hot as Hades out, let me tell you what. And I went walking at 7 a.m. So the humidity it's like still and no wind and sticky and gross. Okay, so that's my life today. I hope y'all had a great weekend. We had a very relaxing weekend. We did get to see our lovely son. Yes, Sunshine came over, let me think. I think he had his 4-day weekend this weekend, and we didn't go anywhere. Imagine that. But yeah, we went to, or he came over, he spent the night one night, and then I think he went out or something, and then called me at like 10:30 at night. I was in bed, and he was like, "Hey mom, you mind if I come by and spend the night again?" I'm like, "Of course I don't mind. Are you kidding me?" Yeah, I love seeing my boy. So anyhow, let's get on with it. Okay, so what you see in front of you here is something that I did do, I do believe, on Saturday. Yeah, and it took me like all day. These are just some of them, but oh my gosh, look at that lusciousness. Yeah, hello. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? Don't ask me how I achieved it because I really don't know. Okay, so what you're looking at is dyed papers, all right? Yeah, my husband brought in, okay, here, yeah. He brought in my books. I dyed close to 200 papers, and I only got through the yellows, okay? I got through the pinks, the oranges, and some of the yellows. And what I do is I take a composition notebook. The covers will then be used for next year's creative daily journals, okay? But I cut out all the pages, right? And then I dye them. So everything gets used at some point or another. And then this was the other one, right? So I dyed, oh gosh, well over 150, almost 200 pages, because there are very few left in this book. And just in case you're wondering, I'll put the link below to the video where I kind of demonstrate how I go about dyeing my papers, and I dye them with food coloring, okay? Now this right here was the ending batch of my orange papers, and then in the water I dropped a little bit of blue and then just laid the paper in there, dipped it, and it came out like that. It like mixed together and made brown, which is perfectly fine by me, but a lot of cool veining in here. Now these are usually like the top papers always come out like this. The ones in between come out like this. They're just kind of tinted, and still pretty, but very light, very light. I don't know the science behind it. I don't know why, but like the first couple of pages come out like this. This is where like the wrinkles are. I show it in my video. I just pile them up, and so the liquid pools in areas and gives you this veining effect. I wish I could have this on like all of my papers, but I don't. So that's pretty cool. The yellows, this was the one on top, and the yellow, for some reason, the yellow food coloring does not take really all that well. I mean, again, this was the top page, so it does have the pretty veining. Look at that. This was the actual top. This was the one that was on top of all the pages. And then here, like I have a rip. Don't care. Doesn't bother me. Now, this is a yellow paper, right? Look how light it is. It just has a very few little, splotches on it. whatever. It doesn't really matter to me, but I still like the outside, if you can see all that. And then here was an orange. This was actually the bottom, okay? And I had some yellow in there and some orange, and that was a lot of fun. That came out really nice. You can see like the lines of the cooling rack that I use. And for those of you, because I did have a question coming up this week in one of my videos, I dry my papers in the oven. You don't have to do that. I have never dried them outside, so I don't know if you'd get the same effect. All I can say is you'd have to try. And here, yeah, this is more orangey ones, so I did that. And then here's one of the pink ones. I mean, look how fun that is. Again, this was on the top. And look at that. This was the top part. Ooh, a little hole in there. No, that's not a hole. Anyway, tears, rips, I don't care. I will iron these. I will sit my stool at the ironing board and I will iron them all. I don't iron clothes, by the way, but I do iron paper. And I'm pretty darn good at it. If I do say so myself. And then this one here. Oh, look at that. That is just so beautiful. I wish I could get this effect on all of the papers, but I don't know how to do that. So, and then here's like a pink one that's just a little bit, that's just lighter, just lightly tinted. So that's an example of some of the pages I did. So it is an arduous task, let me tell you that, okay? Like I spent literally almost all day long doing that, and it wears me out because I'm standing a lot, which is a no-go for me, but you know, the things we do for our crafts. Okay, so what else do I have here? Oh, I have this right here because why? Because I'm going to use packaging. Yes, I am. And this is going to be part of my page for Saturday. Okay, so, okay, let me see. This was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday is when I finished eating the Tim Tams. Yum. It could have been Friday. I can't remember. At any rate, I'm going to stick this in here, right? Because I'm going to somehow use it. I'll probably just cut this part off. And that is to, of course, write about how I dyed papers all day, okay? I still have not really worked in my book very much at all. I did a few pages back here, right? This will be coming up in a journal with me video, and then you've seen these. So beyond that, honestly, have not worked in my book. Just have not been in the mood. Have not been in the mood. Last week I had like kind of a sucky week, and this was me. These were some words, right? Uncertain, decisions, overwhelmed, confused. Yeah, last week was a kind of a poopy week for me, which in turn, you know, I was filming my videos, so I have a couple poopy videos coming out this week. If you care to come back and watch those. But I did use some of these lettering, the words, or not the words, but the lettering, right? I hope you can see that. I was actually inspired because I had a little peek at AJ's Inspired Life, Allison's drop paper, and she had a bunch of different, like, you know, she was practicing lettering and stuff like that on her drop paper. So that's what gave me the idea. So this is going to go on one of my pages for last week because this is just how I was feeling. Everything's fine. Everything's dandy. I'm going to get through it. We're all going to get through it. Because that's what we do, you know, that's what we do around here. And then I was also like this, uncertain down here where this I got the idea to do the shadow lettering from this wonderful book, The Art of Doodle Words, and it is by Sarah Alberto, which is the creator of Doodles by Sarah, and y'all know how much I enjoy her work. So yeah, so I did that. I just came in here for a moment this weekend and worked on that. And then this right here I'm going to use on one of the pages because this is kind of how I was feeling last week. So this is actually, I had gotten like a paper that had this gal on it in a Happy Mail from Sweet Deidre, and she is Crafter Deidre here on YouTube. I'll leave her link below. And so what I did was I photocopied it and enlarged it. So she'll go on my page as well. So I worked on that, and then we'll bring this stuff over here. These are some of the things that I had over the weekend, right? And these are the things that I put in my book to illustrate what went on, okay? So I did have some of this lovely tea that my sweet friend and sister in journaling, Karen, sent me from down under. Yes, it was really good because you know what? I am not a fan of licorice, but this was really good tea. It's a clean fusion of aniseed, if that's how you say it, fennel and cardamom. Yeah, so it was super good. So this is gonna go in my book as part of, you know, what I did. And then my beautiful husband, he's so freaking sweet. Okay, I just can't tell you. He went to the store, I do believe, yesterday. So on Sunday, he went to the store and he got me flowers, which he often does. And this right here is the wrapper that it came in, right? Like, how cute is that? These buttons, right? So I'm gonna cut this part out and put it on my page to illustrate that he brought flowers home to me, right? And then the rest of it, I might cut out and send it in a happy mail or something of that nature. I'm not really sure yet. Or I'll use it on a different page or whatever. I like using, so this goes here on Sunday. I really like using a lot of different things in my books, okay? There's so many different things to use, right? Let me think here. I think I had this, I think we finished I think I finished the Tim Tams on Friday. Did I? I don't know, I'll have to ask my husband. He has a better memory than I do. I'll leave him here for now. But I know I had my tea and the Tim Tams that night. Goes on Sunday. And then what I did with some of the flowers, because I don't know, they were purple, poofy, they're like mini chrysanthemums, right? And when I opened up the bouquet, you know, to put it in the vase and everything, some of the, whatever these are called, the flowers, some of the flowers fell off, okay? So instead of throwing them away, I decided to dry them in the microwave, and it's super simple to do. You put the whatever it is you're trying to dry, the flower, whatever, you put it on a piece of copy paper, right? You put it on the copy paper, you fold it in half. These were like super puffy, you know? You fold it in half, right? You fold the paper in half like this, then you wrap it in paper towel, and then you put it in your microwave and you weight it down with plates or whatever, okay? I put these on for 2.5 minutes, I think. And then they do stick and some of them fall apart, whatever, but mostly, you know, they came out and they're very delicate. Can you see that? They came out like that, okay? They look better on the paper, but as you can see, some of the petals fell off and whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these somehow, I'll make a slide or use like a piece of plastic or something like I did previously in another book. Anyway, that will again illustrate that my husband gave me flowers that day, and yeah, so I'm gonna do that. So there is that. And then of course I got my Real Simple magazine, Cat. If you're watching, yes, I did get it and I'm excited to go through it at some point. Yeah, so I got that. Kat was telling, I had seen Kat in a live over the weekend. Who was it? Well, Kat is Perfectly Imperfect Crafts, so I'll leave her link below as well. It might have been on Laura's live, which is the Jersey Crafter. Love that girl. Love her. So I'll leave all the links below. If you haven't seen one of Laura's lives, you got to go because it's just fun. It's just fun. You know what it reminds me of? Like, she calls her craft room the bubble, and yeah, it's like crafting in the bubble, and the bubble to me reminds me of like that show back in whatever years, the 80s, Cheers, you know, like you get into the box, which is the chat box, and it's just like everyone knows your name and everyone's so welcoming, and it's just like a big fat crafty family. very loving family. So anyway, so that was fun. And Kat said she had, oh no, maybe it wasn't on Laura's live. Maybe it was in Brooke's Creepy Baby. Maybe it was then in her live. Yeah, and Brooke is another one. If you have not been to one of Brooke's lives, you got to go because it is so fun. It is so fun. Oh my gosh. If you want laughs, I mean, it's just, yeah, she is just so super fun. In fact, Brooke and I had a lovely video chat yesterday, and we haven't chatted for a while, so it was really nice just to get on and chat with her for a bit and catch up on things that are going on. And if you don't know this either, again, all the links will be below. But if you don't know this about Brookie, she has a Facebook group, and it is like one of my most favorite groups to belong to, because not only is everybody in there loving, kind, crafty, beautiful people, you know, it's a group where you can just share your arts and crafts and journal making, and it doesn't matter what it is, you know, like the only rule I think that she has, rule, if you will, is be nice, you know? That's it. It's like, you know, like you don't have to journal a certain way. You don't have to just junk journal. You don't have to just decorative journal. You don't have to just do mixed media. You don't have to just do whatever. You know, anything arts, crafts, journal related, all that kind of jazz, you can put in there. And it's just a really fabulous group. And I really encourage you to go over there. If you're into Facebook and all that stuff, you want a good group to belong to, go to Recreations by Brooke Facebook group. I'll leave the link below because it is just a fabulous place. And yeah, it really is a great place. So yeah, we had a great talk yesterday. And then I also had these things, I'm just looking on my desk, got these things in the mail, okay? The coveted green one. Like security envelopes, you know, these are great in collage. They're great for anything. You can use the window envelopes. I've used these many times. Ooh, hello. Let's come back, flowers. See? I can use this, right? I can stick the flowers in here, tack them in here with glue, cut this off, make a tag out of it, right? With a green background like that, with these, like, now they look brown, but they were purple flowers. Right? I mean, how fun is that? So many things you can use these for, right? These little window envelopes, I use them all the time. So I got those. There's an idea for you as well on different things that you can put in your book. Okay, so was that all I was gonna say? Oh yeah, another fun lady I'd like to mention is Lair, and I will put her link down below as well. Yesterday I caught her on a live. It was the first time being on one of her lives, and how fun was that? Okay, oh my word, she is a retired school teacher. She has this gift of storytelling. I mean, yeah, it was so much fun. It was a lot of fun. I was on there for a short while, but it was so much fun. And yeah, so check her out. She's a young channel, I believe. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Oh. Sorry about that. Oh gosh, that's so good. Okay, so upcoming videos, all right? I've got a Q&A coming up this week. I've got a glue book video coming up. I've got a flip through of June coming up, part of June coming up, and I have a magazine harvest coming up. And then I also got a question, a very good question that I'm going to do an entire video for. And the question came from Jacqueline. So if you're listening, Jacqueline, look, well, be sure to watch all my videos if you want. But I'm going to answer your specific question in a video response video for next week, okay? And her question was, she is a beginner at journaling, right? And do I have any tips on not giving up when things get boring? And also, how do I collect the things that I have? So, and of course, I answered her briefly in the reply section to her comment, but I think it's a really great question, and I think that there are a lot of beginners out there, and so why not answer that question for anybody who has the same the same question. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that video today, I believe, because there are so many things. I mean, I just showed you throughout the length of this video, like how many different ways you can collect stuff, right? You can dry flowers, you can collect envelopes, you can harvest magazines. You know, you can dye composition book notebook paper. So there are a lot of different things that you can do to spice things up and collect things as well. You know, you don't have to always go to a craft store or buy from companies online. You just don't, you know. That's what I'm going to say about that. So, but look forward to that video because I'll go more in depth into that subject matter. So, yeah, there are always things that you can use in your journal, and journaling does not have to be expensive. So, yeah. The only thing it has to be is fun. That's the only thing it has to be. That's the only rule. Okay. So, yeah, I guess I will thank you for your time and thank you for sharing it with me. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful week. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like to, and click that notification bell to get these videos that I'm rolling out daily. So, yeah, thank you so much for your encouragement, your support, and thank you for watching. And I will talk at y'all real soon. Bye for now.